But there's also a fun story about Jesse James, because I love this story because it just feels like an actor's life, that everyone was auditioning obviously to be Jesse James, right?
Yeah, to be Bob Ford. Yeah.
Bob Ford and Brad Pitt's Jesse James.
Yeah.
So everyone wants to be Robert Ford.
Yes, that's right.
And you included.
Jeremy Renner, Garrett Dillahunt, Paul Snyder. We all auditioned for Casey's part, for Bob Ford. We all wanted to play Casey's part, you know. I think Ryan Gosling auditioned for Bob Ford, you know. And, you know, Andrew was very picky, and I got very close. In fact, they flew me to LA to read with Brad for Casey's part. But I was just ultimately not right and too old for the part, and Casey was fantastic in the part. But, you know, so then they offered me Charlie, but, you know, it's like when you fall in love with Roberta, you know, and they say, you know, Roberta's not into you, but Doris thinks you're really great. You know? It's kind of like, I like Roberta. And so, stupidly, I kept turning the part down, and they'd offer more money, and then I turned it down again, and you know, I had a real chip on my shoulder. I had a real ego thing going on, I guess, and I wanted to play Bob Ford. And so I guess eventually they didn't come up with the money. I was packing. I was ready to go. And then, yeah, somebody rang the doorbell. Yeah. And I looked downstairs, and there's Brad Pitt with his baby. And
this is in his apartment in New York, just so we know where he is when his buzzer is randomly, unexpectedly ringing.
So he came up with the kid on his shoulder, and then he...
How many stairs did you make him walk up?
It was 2 flights. In fact, he said, "You gonna make me walk up these stairs?" And I said, "Hey, man, come up. What are you doing here?" And he comes up, and he talked me into it. And then he said, "Say hi to the old lady." We went and said hi to Angelina, and she said something very... she said, "We'll be back." And so I felt like he wasn't going to take no for an answer, which is a lot like his character in the film. Jesse James would just unannounced sneak up on people, you know, and that's kind of what he did to me.
So, no regrets for you? Obviously, it's a beautiful piece of art. I love that film.
No, not at all. No, I'm lucky to be a part of it. It's a great film. Andrew's a great filmmaker, and Roger Deakins, you know, shot it. And, I mean, yeah, you know, is right. And yeah, it's just a great film. What an amazing cast, and it's a great thing to be a part of. I made friends with Jeremy Renner and Paul Snyder and Casey, and it was a good time. Yeah, we were cold. It was mud, but it was good.